Previously on Survivor, Sadie, Dale Aram, and Abbie expected Doug and Santi to go to the Final Five with them.
We're like Final Five, us three girls, and then Doug, and then Santi.
But so did Angie, Dane, and Tim.
But like, hopefully this establishes like something.
It has to. We'd be stupid if we
Yeah.
we would wipe out everything we've done.
After winning immunity, Dane wanted to make a move.
I'm Sadie. I want to get Sadie out this one. I do too.
Despite the strategic benefit, Doug refused to vote out his ally Sadie.
We don't need Doug's vote. We just need him to vote for him.
So we tell Doug, Abbie or Dale Aram, and then the four of us vote a different way?
Vote Sadie.
So he was left out of the vote, and Sadie was eliminated. 7 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
Yeah. True.
I was so mad that Sadie left. It was bad to happen because she's like such a threat, like really good athletically, like really personable, like she just had it going for her. She was like likely to win as well. But I was kind of bummed.
I'm sad that Sadie went home, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad it wasn't me because, like, at the end of the day, like, I want to win this game, and so, like, keeping myself around the longest is, like, my ultimate goal.
These keep getting worse and worse. There's nobody's gonna get any easier.
I'm thrilled that Sadie's out. Honestly, that was my biggest goal of the game. Sadie is a big, threatening player, and you don't want to take her further. And what I did, instead of just cowering away when Doug was hesitant, I pushed further.
Especially when we vote Doug out next week, it's gonna really suck.
Tim, not now. Not now.
Literally, if you vote me out next week, I will hate
on,
you.
like, I've been
I
such
like
a
personal
for
level,
this
like not, I don't
travel.
care game
Come
at
on,
that
man.
I'm devastated that Sadie went home, honestly. Like, I was really sad. Like, there were tears in my eyes, basically. Like, we just came so far together. We're like such good friends now that it like sucks. If you don't talk to people, why would Santi want to go to the Final Five with them if not, like, the three girls haven't talked to him one-on-one once? So they put a lot of faith in me, but like at that point, Santi knew what he wanted to do, which was sticking with Dane and Angie.
I don't know how long Sadie wanted me around. Definitely wasn't until finals. So I think it's best for my game. Doug not having Sadie helps my alliance with him. They knew how close Doug was with Sadie, and so I think for them to be able to trust Doug and me, and to like really feel comfortable with this Final Five group, that they really needed to see that Doug was with them, because I think they both saw Doug as somebody that could like just easily flip.
I just want to say I'm sorry for calling you out on Tribal.
I really like whatsoever at this point. Like, yeah.
I really thought I was going home, so I didn't think of it. I thought I was gonna like pull an Amanda and like paint a target on your back, and then I'm still here, and I'm like, no, he's coming for me.
Screw Abbie for that, honestly. What the heck, Abbie? I thought we were tight. And Abbie literally calls me out for having an idol. And I was so mad and taken, like, oh my god. It was my vote though. I did vote for you after that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, you probably knew it, so. Yeah. Like, I'm sorry too, so.
Yeah.
We each stood each other.
So we're even now.
Yeah, exactly,
Swag.
it's fine.
I just wanted to like kind of make it difficult for Doug in the future. He should be glad I didn't say that he has 2 idols, because I know Doug has 2 idols. I feel like Sadie was kind of protecting me. Like Sadie was like my shield. So like without her, like now I kind of like do things on my own, and like I don't really have like the numbers anymore. We were just talking about like who like what kind of relationships are left. We're just like saying like, oh, Doug, Santi, and Tim are really close. I'm just like trying to like figure out the balance of the game right now. Now that Sadie's gone, it's definitely like I'm definitely exposed, and I'm like clearly on the bottom, and so I think it's time for me to start making some big moves. And I definitely like I want to get Doug out this week, like if I can, like, because that would be the ultimate power move, and I feel like that would make the game easier for all of us. I feel like Doug is really close to Tim and Santi, and so I don't necessarily want to tell them. Though at Tribal, Tim was really surprised to hear that Doug had an idol, because apparently Doug had told him to his face that like he didn't have an idol. I don't know, who are you thinking about maybe for next time?
I literally have no idea. I don't know if I'm wrong for thinking this, but I still feel good about you and Dale Aram. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we just like still have. I still feel like we're very like just like honest with each other. Like you or Dale Aram would be the easy vote. Like you guys both know it. But then there's also people that are scheming that we also like. I'm not set in any way yet.
Dane's still probably an option because like I feel like he's been an option for me for like a few weeks now. So like, definitely depends on who wins the challenge.
Exactly. So. I'm not at all worried about Dale Aram or Abbie's loyalty towards me because like they would never work with Dane or Angie, I feel like at this point, and like not. I feel like I'm the one they'd work with.
It was either, I think it was like last week, I told Anders that I like wanted you in my final four. Because like, I put you down as like a dark horse to win. I know a lot of people kind of like count you out. But
Yeah,
I feel
they
like
do.
you could kind of use that to your advantage. Angie's like kind of spineless and like, she kind of sucks because she always votes with the guys. I feel like, because she still kind of trusts me, and so I feel like telling her that Doug has 2 idols, we can maybe formulate a plan using Dale Aram and like Dane's like Theta Talk connection. The 4 of us can maybe like formulate something. I just like sat her down and I was kind of like, yeah, like I know a way that we both like can like help us get further in the game.
Yeah, I feel like there's more tension between people
I'm
now.
definitely willing to work with like different people.
I personally want like to stick with you like over everyone else because in my opinion, I think that they would all just choose each other like until I'm not needed for their votes.
After Tribal, Abbie like and I talked and she told me that Doug actually has 2 idols and I'm like, what? And the thing is, I don't think she's lying.
Basically, I think Doug would basically get anyone out at this point. And like I like him and like he's really nice. I don't know if I like fully trust him.
But of course, like when people ask me, I'm gonna be like, oh, like I think she was just lying. Like I don't think he has one. I think he would have told us. Like he's our ally. Like he wouldn't lie to Tim. Blah blah blah. Hell yes, he would. It's Doug. I'm pretty sure he's playing this game the most out of anyone.
I still think we do Abbie this week. That's 6 people. We need to find a way to get you, me, Dave, or you, me, Angie in the final 3.
I don't think Angie. I told you that.
Okay.
Sadie's gone. There's 5 people I feel like I trust and 2 people I feel like I don't. Doug's definitely about 10 times better at this than I am. Like Doug's in love with Survivor and everything that's happened so far. So I'm thinking, alright, if I'm gonna try to compete with Doug. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we're just gonna see how far that goes and how far that takes us. But I want Doug to take me to the end. I feel like that is strong for my game. I don't know if I can beat Doug at the end. I feel like he's a stronger player than me, and it would be very difficult for me to beat him in jury votes.
So I'll say Abbie, and then I'll be like, next week we'll leave Santi.
And I want you to know that like if your name comes up, I'll give you the thing. Like easily. That's why I don't want you to like vote me out because I haven't.
No, yeah.
I'll literally give it to you.
No, I believe you. I believe you.
Stupid.
So I go back and forth. When I don't see Doug for a while, I'm like, I can screw him over. When I see Doug at the game and see how emotionally attached he is to everything, I'm like, I can't do it to him.
And then I'll just have to, we have to make sure Dane's close enough to stick with you and me. And not go Dale Aram.
I think we're in a good spot unless something crazy happens. But either then, we have a backup plan. I think I'm in a very risky spot right now because I feel good about Santi and sort of about Tim right now. What makes me nervous is Dane. Who wouldn't want to take Dane to the end? he literally like got votes for like least likely to win, and like he's still being mean to everyone. So like, no one wants him to win. He's not even playing a good game. Like, or he's playing a good game, but like, some people are playing better ones. But what do you think also going forward? Okay. Say we get Abbie out. So like, Santi's a big threat.
Exactly.
I think Angie's a big threat too. Me and you and me and Tim, I think I voted together like the same way every single trial.
It's definitely the two of us. And then it's kind of like, who do you want that third person to be? Tim is the one I trust the most of everyone else.
Doug's told me like, oh, you know, we voted the same way, we're working the same way. I feel like I want you and Tim in the final 3 with me. And that might even be true. You know, that might be not true. I personally would feel like if I were Doug, the strongest player in the game right now, I would want to take weaker players like myself and Tim to the end with me to have my best chance of winning the game overall.
But like, who would want to go with Abbie?
Yeah,
I'm wondering
exactly.
that, like, Santi doesn't want to,
No.
Angie doesn't want to, Tim and I definitely don't want
I
to,
don't
and
want
you
to.
don't want to. You keep calling you out for that.
Literally,
You
it's like,
don't have.
she never reached out to me this whole game, and like now she's
Exactly.
Like, what did it make? It's gonna
part of
make
me wants to like text her back like, so you haven't talked to me this entire game and now you're trying to get good with me? Like, no, go away.
While he's proposed to me this idea of like, oh, the final 5 stay together and we vote with Abbie, we vote Abbie this week and she's gone and it'll be easier for us, I feel like that's not necessarily going to happen.
I want to talk to you about like long-term goals. Because I am like very, very committed to going with you to the end.
I agree. Like, you are the #1 person I want to take to the final 3.
I know Angie would get the girls' votes.
Would she though?
So people are saying that they've been rooting for her the whole time, like very, very long time. Like they're really rooting for her to do well. So it's in a bad position because I feel bad like going with the girl because I feel like the girls will get the girls' votes. So getting to the final 4, I feel like isn't too difficult for me at this position. I have Dane and Doug like solidly on my side. Once we get rid of Abbie, that's half the votes. I feel like I can beat Doug in votes. I think he really burnt a lot of bridges when he screwed over the other 4.
Right.
And I don't think it's gonna like help him out.
You want to take Doug to the end?
I don't want to like just say that because he's my friend, but I really feel like it's the best move for me.
I think Tim right now is also being played by Doug. He, I think, believes that Doug is completely on his side and that, you know, people like Dale Aram and Abbie are people who we just absolutely want to take out this week, and Doug is going to go with him, vote Abbie, and we'll all be happy together, you know. But I don't believe that.
I feel like Angie's on our side for now.
Yeah.
And kind of trusts us. I feel like going after someone like Santi would be a bad move right now.
I feel like he's on our side. He's not gonna turn his back on me and Doug. Like, it sounds weird that I'm so attached to Doug, but not to Santi, because we're pretty much like the same level of friendship from the beginning. But I've worked with Doug this whole game, and we've made a lot of moves together, and have talked about this for a long time, about going to the end together. And I don't think it makes enough strategic sense for him to take Santi over me, that it would worth breaking the trust that we have.
So after the vote, I was really upset. Like, everyone gave me hugs, and then we went back to my room, and I like walked in. He was sitting down with my roommates, and I like walked straight to my room, like didn't even like smile or anything, which was weird. I was like laid in my bed and was texting, and Santi like jumped in my bed, and we started talking about how sad I was.
He just happened to lay in bed, and I just, come here, Doug, and I gave him a nice hug, and then that was it. Doug needed it. What do you want me to do? Like, that's what friends, sweet mates are for. And if anybody out there is denying that, like, they'd do that for someone, then you're not as good of a friend as you think, and you need to reevaluate your friendship. So, no regrets. I'm not ashamed of me and Doug's closeness.
Dane wants to get Abbie out, and then carry Angie and Dale Aram to the end, and maybe Tim.
He told you that? I mean, why would he tell you?
A combination of him. I can read Dane really well. Like, I've talked to him so many times at this point that I just know him. I want to have shields. Like, Santi is the only person, basically, kind of Tim, that are like people that they would get out before me. If we like say we made it to like final 4 and you need to vote one more person out, like Santi would take the fall or like something like that. So I do think it's important to get out like someone like Dane.
So Dane's really the only person you're
worried about. Dane could get Tim and Angie, I think. I'm pretty confident that if I get to the end, I will win, no matter who I betray. It's obviously, I'm still nervous and I'm not like guaranteeing anything or like saying there's 100% chance, but I definitely know in my heart that I deserve to win if I make it to the end.
So like, what do you want to do? Well, what specifically did, so he told you he wants me out soon.
But he didn't say that to me, but yes.
Has Tim said it?
He could be convinced of it. Like, he doesn't think he can beat you.
I think with Sadie being gone, it makes it like a little too tempting for people to flip. So I don't think it's an easy 5-2. I think people want to make moves to help them win this game. I've worked with almost everyone in this game in some shape or another. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's gonna happen. I just don't know who to trust at this point. I think
Dale Aram and Abbie.
But you have to understand, those are like the two people I have the least connections with. I have more connections with Dane than either.
But they would be loyal.
So you want to go Dane?
I don't know. But Dane would want probably you next.
I think most of my moves that I've made have been early on. I played a huge role in getting Liam out. Played a huge role in getting Jasmine out. Had to flip sides with people that I was working with to get that happen. And I've made it this far. I think one thing that Doug can't say that I can is that I've dealt with the bigger target on my back this entire game. Doug's kind of been cruising along, like people have told him, and this is to Doug's credit too. I mean, he's done a really good job of playing down his role. I think I've had to like readjust strategy and be careful about like how well I do, or like trying to make moves against people. So I've had to kind of fly under the radar and take away people like from saying my name, and it's worked to this point. Right now, like I'm readjusting strategies again. Like I'm going for it. Yeah, I'm not gonna backstab Doug, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna make other moves, and that doesn't mean I'm just gonna stick and ride by with this final 5, and that doesn't mean I'm gonna let Doug make all the decisions either.
Welcome back, Final 7. All right, before we get started, Dane.
Fine.
Thank you.
Yep.
Immunity is back up for grabs. Today's challenge is the trivia challenge. Not trivia like before, where it was about each of you. This is trivia about the game.
So Anders told us that it was going to be a trivia challenge, and I was like, yes, I love trivia. And then he's like, about Survivor. I was like, no, I don't remember anything from this game.
You will be given a sheet of paper with 30 questions about this game. You're all going to be standing at the opposite end of the basketball court. You're going to run up towards the desk. You may show one answer at a time. The judge is going to look at the correct answer, and if your answer is correct, you will then run over and grab a domino from one of those 2 bags. You're then going to run back to your spot, put it down, and come back to do another question. If you get a question wrong, you have to go the opposite way. You have to get 20 questions right. Once you have all 20 in a stack and knock over the tower, first person to knock over their tower wins immunity, has a 1 in 6 shot at winning this game. For immunity and a 1 in 6 shot at winning this game. Survivors ready?
Yeah.
Go! This won't be easy trivia. This is a long game. Some questions are easier than others. Dale Aram already out. Angie not far behind.
Does spelling count?
Depends on how bad it is. And Dale Aram with the first wrong answer. But probably not the last.
Question 19, 1 hour and 51 minutes.
Correct.
Tim got 1. And Tim is on the board. If this is a race to 1, he's already won. Dale Aram going out. Hopefully this time it's the right answer. 5. Angie with another wrong answer.
Correct.
And Dale Aram gets her first domino. Dale Aram with 1, Abbie with 1, Tim with 1, Doug with 1, Dane with 1.
6.
Yes.
Dale Aram with 2. Tim has 2. Doug has 2. Doug going back out. Dale Aram with another right answer. Dale Aram is on fire. Doug is back with a 4th domino.
15.
Ooh. Say that. Correct.
Tim has 4.
I got it.
Angie got 1. And Doug now has 5 dominoes. Tim now has 5 dominoes. Doug is on fire now. He has 6. Angie with her 2nd. Dane with his 2nd.
It's 9. Amanda and Josh. Correct.
Tim back with his 7th.
I think we're about to stall right here.
And Tim may have gone through all the easy questions, it seems like.
Shut up.
You still need 13 more dominoes
I
for you to
know.
win. Tim is currently in the lead. Abbie has 3, Dale Aram has 4, Santi with 0, Doug with 6.
It was good.
Doug back with his 7th.
Tim Chuba.
Tim is back with his 9th. Dale Aram back.
Another L.
Another L. Doug is back with his 8th. It is still anyone's game. Santi now has 3 dominoes and going right back out. Doug has 8.
Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm so funny. I can't believe I did that. Okay,
Dale Aram with 4. Abbie with 4. Tim with 9. Dane with 3. Angie with 2.
29 was Natalia, T, and Ivy.
Correct.
Doug with 9. Doug and Tim are currently tied in the lead. Angie standing around. Dale Aram with another one. She is at 5. She is a 4th of the way there. And Doug with that has made 10. He is halfway through this challenge.
good stuff, Doug.
Angie back with her 3rd. Dane back with his 5th. Is that another domino for Tim? Tim is now at 10. He is tied again for 1st. He has half of his dominoes collected. Dale Aram, wrong.
L's.
Okay, 2. Sadie, Eric, Mike, Liam, and Joshua.
Correct.
Doug now has 12. Angie doing the walk of shame. Abbie doing the run of shame. Doug with 12. Santi with 7. Dale Aram with only 5. Abbie with 4. Tim with 10. Oh, never mind. Abbie has 5. Tim with 10. Dane with 6. And Angie with 3. And it doesn't look like that's becoming a 4th anytime soon.
Favorite number. I want to keep it there.
3. 3 is Teresa, Evan, and Ivy.
Correct.
Doug back with his 13th. Doug may have 13, but that doesn't mean any of you are out of this. Oh, but now that Doug has 14, I don't know.
21, please.
Math challenge works. Correct.
Oh, bad.
Dale Aram finally has her finally has her 6th.
Yeah, I think.
Doug with his 15th. Angie with her 4th.
Oh, turn up, Angie. Good looks. Got another one.
Dale Aram with 9. No, I'm sorry, no, that's definitely wrong. 7.
Boy.
All right, 24. Tim, Amanda, Dane, Abbie, Josh. Correct.
And Tim finally gets number 11.
Oh, good stuff.
Dale Aram cheerleading everyone. That is the 16th domino for Doug. 4 more.
4, please.
Abbie with what number is?
Correct.
Oh, cool.
Dale Aram with her 8th.
Yay.
Dane now has lucky number 9. Tim's got 13. Lucky number 13.
27, please.
27. Yeah. Funny number.
Dale Aram with her 9th. You're still in this, Dale Aram.
9? I thought
And that is 18 for Doug. He needs 2 more to win this challenge.
8, 4 versus 2.
We'll catch him.
Angie now has her 5th domino.
Wait, am I at last place?
Oh yeah, absolutely. 19 for Doug. 1 more and Doug wins this challenge. Could this be Doug's final one? Abbie with her 11.
This question 28-8.
Correct.
Doug has the final one. Tim slips and falls. Doug is building his tower. He has to build it up and then knock it over, and he will win immunity. Everyone else just giving up right now.
18, 19, 20, 21, what?
That's so
And Doug wins immunity. Doug? Oh. All right, Doug. Immunity. You have a 1 in 6 shot of winning this game. You're safe. Everyone else, Angie, Dane, Abbie, Dale Aram, Tim, Santi, one of you 6 ends your game here and will become the 5th member of our jury. Other than that, got nothing for you.
In the end, like, there was nothing really I could do because Doug just really flat out killed the competition, and that kind of sucks for me because now I'm definitely in danger and I don't really have a plan going into tribal.
It feels so great to win immunity. I'm so excited. I really wanted to win a challenge, especially this one, because this is where it's starting to get like so few people and so few opportunities. But like, it felt so good knowing that I'm not gonna have to like stress about going home and like playing my idols, because like if I know I'm safe and have idols that I could use for the final 6 and final 5, then I'm gonna like see what I can do with that, and I can play a little riskier because I still have that 3rd idol that nobody knows about.
But don't, I swear to God, do not repeat this to anyone, not even Tim or like Santi. Or,
I got you.
This stays between us right now, okay?
All right.
Abbie's gonna tell you, maybe or maybe not, that Doug has 2 idols.
Okay.
Because apparently Sadie, she saw the idol under the log during the Dizzy Bat challenge, and then she told Doug, and Doug snagged it. And then also he has the scholar one.
I mean, I think with winning immunity this week, Doug has asserted himself as the most powerful player in the game right now. And honestly, I feel like he is kind of running everything at the moment. So Doug is kind of the biggest threat in the game overall.
Well, Abbie was gonna try getting Doug out. My card's right here.
Yeah.
But like Doug has immunity now, so I told her I would be okay with it just to like. But I was gonna talk to you and Tim afterwards to see if you guys would be down.
Oh yeah, Doug is definitely #1 threat right now, because let's say he does have 2 idols, that means that he can get to Final 4 very easily by just playing it. Well, I wanted to get him out if he like didn't win immunity, but the thing is, like now that he did, I can't focus on getting him out because I feel like there's no possible way for me to actually make that happen. So I kind of need to switch my focus on getting someone else out.
I really want to like meet with you and Tim, just to like, cause honestly, like I want us 3 to like stick together.
Right.
I think Tim thinks that same thing because he texted me and he was like, I kind of want to talk to you long term. So I like just got a feeling that maybe he wants to stick with like us 2, hopefully.
Okay, so I trust Dane right now because I feel like he does have somewhat of a trust in me because I did help him out twice, basically saving his butt and not going home. I just kind of have to give him back some trust if he does have some trust in me, so that we can actually have like a relationship in order to like move forward.
Doug, I feel like he's gonna stick with Abbie and Dale Aram though, because Dale Aram and Doug are really close.
I know all of the guys want to get one of the girls out, specifically Abbie, because I know they all want to keep Dale Aram. Dale Aram and Abbie, I really do want to work with them. I feel like this is definitely the time where we actually have to join like forces or whatever to actually make a move in order to get one of the guys out. But it's kind of hard to make that happen because also the fact that Dale Aram is really close to Doug, and I haven't talked to Dale Aram at all.
I'm going away for regionals for Quidditch. This is like the tournament that we have to like qualify for nationals. So I'll be on the Eastern Shore from like Friday to Sunday. Getting out Santi is definitely a thought that crossed my mind. I do think though that with Doug being safe, I feel like he could kind of try and like turn that against me. Dale Aram, like I told her like to try and do her best to like see what she can do to like kind of deflect the attention off of us.
I understand.
So yeah.
Going forward though, want to avenge for Sadie. Like, what are you thinking? Okay, yeah. As much as I don't want to, like, I love him to death.
Dude, I love him as a person, and like I feel really good, but like I think, are you still willing to like work with me and everything?
Yes.
Okay, I want to work with you too.
No, I mean you got blindsided. Like, I understood.
After winning immunity, and Dane, I talked to him, and he basically was being very vague with me. He was being like, yeah, let's get Abbie out next. Okay, I'm like, what do you want to do in the next round? He's like, I don't want to get out Dale Aram or Angie and take Tim to the end. I'd like to take you to the end too, but we need to get out a big threat. So he basically said he wants to get out Santi, and if not Santi, me. He wants to carry Dale Aram and Angie to the end. Me and Abbie talked, and like I think sorry. Oh my god. And like Abbie seemed fine too. She was like, I know I called you out and I'm sorry. And I was like, I voted for you and like tried to get you out. Like, I'm sorry too. And we're like, okay, whatever, it's in the past. And we just like moved on.
Tim is voted off from. Hey Josh. What's up?
I honestly think I might flip back to Dale Aram and Abbie, and then I'm trying to pull Santi in that, and then we could take out Dane, get revenge for Sadie, and do big things in this game. This game, everyone is like a lot about your real life, and I'm the most indecisive person ever, and like I'm so lucky to be able to do this without people like looking at me as like some crazy person they need to get out now. Me and Dale Aram have literally worked together since day one. And like, well, I guess me and Dane have too, technically. And me and Tim. And me and Santi. But like, me and Dale Aram are tight. Like, I don't think she would do that to me.
I thought I was going home that night. They were like, Dale Aram, you're going home. And I'm like, true. That's why I was like talking shit at Tribal.
No.
Not shit, it was just like, Dane, like, what the f? Did you see
the
this
text messages?
I was so disrespectful.
Yeah, he could have just said like, I don't want to tell you, and that would have been like annoying, but like whatever. It was just the fact he was like, vote for me.
I was like, all right, Mr. Immunity, bitch ass.
If we do this, it's going to get Dane out, and Dane's not going to work with me either way. So like getting Dane out is like no cost to my game. So I'm fine with that. Next round would be the time to make a move if I don't feel comfortable with that final four. But I just haven't talked to them as much. So maybe this vote's a good opportunity for me to build trust with them, with Abbie and Dale Aram.
Because Dane thinks I've been like a little bitch this whole game, and I've been like doing nothing. And he's right. Sadie was literally doing all the work for me. I wasn't doing shit, to be honest. But now...
Game time?
Game time, but like...
Not like game time.
Yikes.
But also game.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It doesn't matter who the rest of them.
Yeah. Well,
Roomie squad.
Yo.
Do
you want to do it?
I'm down. Wait, I mean, I wanted to at first was Sadie, but I'm so down. We could like defy all the odds. Wait, guys, literally we have the numbers. So we have the numbers. Me, Abbie, Santi, and Doug are majority right now. If we vote out Dane. Wait, how come we're still in here?
And now we have, look, that's why us four would be majority. We don't need anyone else.
And
you're right, because we're top 7.
So here's the cool part. Like, I think as far as like me and you and Abbie, like we haven't done anything like together this entire game, so no one would even see it coming.
Yeah. I want to make roommate squad the top 4, because we have the majority right now, and we can just pick off people like. But in the middle of that, I really want to get Doug out. Honestly, I don't think I have anything to lose at this point, because like. You know, Abbie and I still have like huge targets on our backs, and I think it's time for Doug to go home. We literally have not. This is the first time I've ever met with you. It's so bad. And the plan that I had with the boys was, hey, let's tell Dane to vote out for Santi. #power move or something. I think it's time to make a power move and to get Santi out.
Okay.
I looked at Abbie because I was like, power move would be to get Santi out. I mean, how the fuck are the roommates still all together?
Right. I've worked so closely with Doug, but he kind of sketches me out at this point. I'm like afraid he has an idol and just hasn't told anybody. I don't know for sure.
Abbie wasn't lying.
I don't. What?
Abbie said he has
What?
an idol. At Tribal.
Oh, so but like. Okay, I just didn't see him find it anywhere. Dizzy
He
back
has it. I told Dane yesterday. Dane was like, what? And I'm like, yeah, Abbie wasn't bullshitting anyone. I think we have the numbers to get Santi out. Because he's like such a threat. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
He's been I love him to death, don't get me wrong.
No, I know, but
But,
he's a strong player. And yeah, I think Doug's been talking about getting Abbie out to me. I don't know if he's like telling me the truth or lying and has some other plan.
Dale Aram has told me that she wants to vote Santi out this week because he's one of the stronger players. I've considered it because, I mean, honestly, I do see Santi as a threat too, but I'm trying to think right now who would be the best person to take out for me to go further in the game because I want to keep the people who are close with me close. I don't want to vote any of them out.
But I'll talk to Angie, and if it's us four, then it'll be against Tim, Doug, and Santi.
Okay. Tim would probably go with me.
Okay.
Because, like, I think Tim trusts me more than he trusts other people in this game.
Yeah, I'll vote out for Santi with you, because like, yeah, Dane, like, if it's me, you, Abbie, and Angie, we can vote out Santi. The conversation was like really fake, and it was like, yeah, okay, I'll do that. But it's obvious, like, he's not gonna do that.
I'm thinking it's probably gonna be Abbie. I'm just being honest with you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
I was thinking Santi.
I think it might be Santi next week.
I think we make a huge power move. Obviously, I want to save my roommate.
Well, yeah, no, I understand. But my issue with Santi is that if we go Santi this week, then I lose a vote that I know is gonna be on my side, and then I don't know if Angie, like, I don't trust Angie enough to not go to your side, and it's a 3-3 split.
I understand, but like, same, Abbie's my
Yeah, well, I understand.
guarantee vote.
This sounds terrible because, like, I'm gonna screw you over, and then after I screw you over, I want to work with you. But
okay, I appreciate the honesty.
I don't think Dale Aram would trust me more than Doug at all, but I feel like she understands game perspective, and if it's final for me, Doug, Dale Aram, and Dane, I feel like she would understand going to the end with me and Dane, opposed to Doug. And it's like a week-by-week game, and after this week, she's not gonna just like give up, like, oh, you voted out my friend, I'm not working with you anymore, because if it works out the way I think it's gonna work out, 5 other people would be voting out her friend. I'd much rather go to the end with you and Dane.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like I have the best chance of winning against you and Dane. No, like the same way that Doug has the best chance of winning with me there.
As much as like Doug has like been really wishy-washy this whole time, I think at this point like he has to keep me if he wants votes, because we all know how big of a threat he is. I just told Dane and Tim that he has an idol. I'm gonna tell them later about the second immunity idol, but there's no need for that now because that would just fuck shit up. But I want to like have him gain trust in me, and then bam, since I don't really have anything to lose at this point, I'm trying to get him out next tribal if he does not win immunity.
You too. Good luck.
Thanks.
Feel better or whatever. You've had a long weekend.
Yeah. Thanks. Catch you later.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about our group of 5.
Yeah, no,
And-
I do too. Just wanted to make sure that we are on the same page with tonight too.
Yeah, so we're still going to Abbie.
Yeah.
If Doug has 2 idols, that's incredibly scary because that means he's got immunity this week, can have free immunity for the next 2 weeks, and then it's all down to the final 4 as to whether he gets immunity in that challenge, and then he would move on to the final 3. Angie feels like Doug is going to take Dale Aram and Abbie to the end. When it comes down to the final 4, if he is trying to win this entire game, he wants to take the people who are weakest with him to the final 4 so he can potentially have the best shot of winning immunity in that challenge. But with everything else that's going on, I don't know how to feel about my position this week. You know, honestly, I do feel like I'm a little bit in danger.
While I was at camping for Theta Tau with Dale Aram, she's like, oh, I want to talk to you, make sure we get everything straight. And we met in the car, and she's like, I think tonight I want to make a power move, go and take Santi out. And I humored her and said like, yeah, whatever, because I didn't want her to be suspicious of me. But I want you to know that I'm still with our group of 5, and I just said that to her to brush her off. You know, I don't feel like you're my big rival or enemy or anything, and I'm certainly not trying to take you out this week.
Okay, awesome, man. I appreciate that.
But I honestly just need to evaluate and see who wants me around and who can I trust the most down the line. Like, because originally the plan was just to go Abbie and stick with the 5. Like, I felt good about the Rumi Alliance, and I trusted them for being straightforward. If they're seriously going for me, then I'm not hesitant to turn on people that throw my name around.
Doug? Hey, Doug. Yeah, I wanted to call you again just to talk about one more thing before Tribal tonight. Look, I mean, I've talked to other people, and I've heard a lot of different words around about you having an idol, and I do just want to say, like, I don't necessarily know who's telling the truth and who's lying and who's making things up. But, like, even if you do have an idol and you haven't told anyone, like, I understand if you have one and wouldn't tell anybody at all.
I mean, if there's rumor that Doug is taking Abbie and Dale Aram to the end with him, then Abbie's a bigger threat to me. Because I don't trust Doug completely, and if Abbie is part of his major plan, then I don't want Abbie. If you hurt Doug's plan to go to the Final Four with people, it makes Doug's overall plan weaker. So taking Abbie out also weakens Doug's plan.
Tim and I are 2 people who will be loyal to you and will help you out as much as possible. Like, if you want to try to get to the end of this game too, it would probably be your best bet to pick the people who you see as the weakest in the game and take them to the finals with you.
I have a few options going forward. The first is the one everyone kind of wanted to do with our majority alliance, and that's to vote Abbie out. So that would just like take out a threat. Her and Dale Aram would stay together. Like, she called me out at the last tribal, so like it just would be easy. I feel like Angie, Dane, and Tim would all take each other over me. Dane has been working really hard and playing really hard, and Angie has the like underdog story. Like, I voted with Morgan, and I was down on the bottom, worked my way up. So I think that they both definitely have a better story than Dale Aram and Abbie. If Santi doesn't want to flip this week, I could still give Abbie the idol. We could still take Dane out. Like, that'd be fine. I also could get Abbie out, then when they're coming for Santi next week, give it to him, and then play one for myself, and then get like Dane out.
There's a lot of work to do tonight to make sure I don't go home. I'm going to talk to Angie, I'm going to talk to Dane, I'm going to talk to Tim. If I don't feel secure past that, then it might be idle time.
Alright, now welcoming back the members of the jury. Amanda and Sadie voted out at the last tribal council. Alright, so Dale Aram.
What's up?
Right now, where is Abbie?
Abbie's on the phone and she's on her way to tribal council, and I'm her communicator right now.
Alright, so Abbie is here, just so everyone's aware. She's in the phone. Dale Aram, do you still feel like you're on the bottom after last time's vote?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we were definitely like in the outskirts. I definitely feel a little bit threatened, as well as Abbie. As soon as like we left tribal council, we were like, uh-oh, like it's gonna be us, kind of.
Do you feel like there's any cracks, or do you feel like this is just going to be an easy 5-2 vote?
I don't think it's gonna be a clear-cut 5-2 vote, but I definitely think it's gonna be like pretty messy tonight.
Doug, what does Dale Aram mean by messy?
Honestly, a lot of people say a lot of things that they have tribal and right before, so like everyone's like, oh, we could do this or that or that. So like it's never just like, oh, so we're upping this person, okay, and like don't talk the rest of the day. Like it always just gets like always crazy at some point.
Yeah.
Santi.
Yeah.
Last time, it was kind of messy. It was a 4-3-1 vote.
I don't see it that way. I think it was just a really tough vote. I think we've talked about a lot how difficult it is the more time you spend with people to vote them out.
Doug, last time you were very quiet during tribal, and at the very end, Abbie's just like, yo, Doug has an idol.
I was very quiet because I was really sad because me and Sadie have worked together since day one in this game, and we've done really well. Like the fact that people were getting votes for her is just like scary. I didn't know, like, I had a bad feeling honestly about the night, and it just like it did not feel good. Yeah, I texted everyone after and just like cleared the air that like, okay, I told Sadie that I was voting Abbie and that she was probably going home, so if I was like, it makes sense for her to be in that position to start, like, why not say a name and stuff? Like, it makes sense for her as a game player.
So, Angie, here Doug is saying, you know, Abbie, she was at the bottom, she's just saying some shit. Do you feel like that's the truth, that maybe Abbie was just trying to throw it at the wall, hope it sticks? Or do you feel like there was truth in what Abbie was saying?
I mean, my first like initial reaction to her saying that was, oh, she's just trying to save her ass. And I would hope that Doug would like tell us if he actually did have an idol, because like, I mean, I think we all know that it is like 5 versus 2 right now. So I would hope that he would tell us. So as of right now, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that like when he tells me that he doesn't have it, like I'm gonna believe him.
All right, I'm gonna ask a question to Abbie. So
Alright, Abbie, we're gonna ask you a question and be awake.
Abbie, why did you say that Doug had an idol at the very end of the tribal?
Abbie, why did you say Doug had an idol at the very end of tribal last time?
Riveting.
Pause. I'm gonna forget half of that. Because...
I said that Doug has an idol at the end of the last tribal because I honestly thought that I was going home and I wanted people to like reevaluate their decision because I know like Doug is like a really influential member, so I just wanted people to like rekeep their minds and like think about what they're doing.
Alright, so Tim, we are down to the final 7. This is where the game gets just exponentially difficult because there isn't a next time. You have very few votes left.
Every vote's kind of crucial at this point because I feel like if you're out, then you can look back at this week or next week or the week prior and be like, that's the week where I screwed up. That's the week where I should have made this move. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like there's a lot less people left. Your chances of winning do get like they increase, but your risk factor also increases because there's so many less targets to go for.
So Angie, there is this divide of 5 to 2, but you know, Abbie and Dale Aram, they're 2 votes out of 7. Is there possibility of using Dale Aram and Abbie, or is that just not worth it?
I mean, I know that Abbie and Dale Aram have both reached out to like people here. For me personally, I'm putting my trust in like the other 4 guys.
Tim, when you look at the 7 here, there are 2 pairs of roommates. Is that a fear that there are these 2 roommate pairs here?
With the history of the game, like you have the roommates, but Dale Aram's gone against Abbie, Abbie's gone against Dale Aram, Santi's gone against Doug, Doug's gone against Santi, like in some way or another. So there is a fear that they're working together and like they kind of run this game. They're still like very 2 close people. I think it might be time to start splitting up some pairs. We'll see. I mean, it's getting kind of late in the game.
Yes, we do, like, we are, like, we, like, live under the same roof. We are roommates, but, like, and we are here right now, but it's not like, oh, yeah, us 2 till the end. Like, there's 7 people left. We'd be stupid to just be like, oh my gosh, us 2, yay.
Yeah, I mean, you saw last week with the split vote, too. Doug voted for Abbie, and Santi voted for Sadie.
Oh, hey, Abbie.
Look, we decided.
Wearing her medal and all.
Alright, Abbie, you finally arrived. So we were just discussing roommates, so you missed that whole discussion.
Oh, great.
They've made it clear here at Tribal that it's still 5 to 2. So what are you going to do? What's there to do?
I mean, at this point, the only thing to do is kind of like try and like talk to people to see if anyone's open to like doing any kind of like pairing, because at this point, like, I have to rely on other people because I can't do anything on my own. So I've like in the like limited time that I have, I've tried to like reach out to people and like see if we can try and vote together, because that's really all I can do. I mean, I said what I had to last week. I said my piece, and I'm sticking to my word, what I said last week about Doug having an idol, so I just want people to think about that.
And I think the talks that I've had before this tribal council, like, I'm pretty confident in them, and I trust the people I've been talking to, so like, that's all it is. I don't think I have to like beg right now.
Cool. Well, it is time to vote.
No worries, it's too cold. It's cold! I was literally planning on sticking with you until the end, but I found out a few things and I'm not happy, so.
Bye, guys. Too cold to talk, but bye. Wanted you gone, and I don't know what else to do.
Hey.
If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Abbie. Second vote. Dane. That is 1 vote Abbie, 1 vote Dane. Third vote. Dale Aram. It says Dale, not Dane, in case you're wondering. 1 vote Dane, 1 vote Dale Aram, 1 vote Abbie, 4 votes left. Abbie. Dane. 6th vote. Dale Aram. That is 2 votes Abbie, 2 votes Dale Aram, 2 votes Dane, 1 vote left. 14th person voted out as survivor, major conflict, and the 5th member of our jury. Abbie. That's 3. That's enough for tonight.
Y'all are dick.
Happy Thanksgiving, Abbie.
Yeah! Are you serious?
Abbie, the child is spoken. Here we go.
I love you.
Love you too, Abbie.
That's my girl.
Are you never gonna see her again? Drew, go. That was a shot. We are down to the final 6. This is the make or break moment. Dale Aram, you may be at the bottom now, but if someone wants to make a move, they're gonna need your vote.
True.
Have a good night, guys.
I mean, honestly, I just feel like really cold right now, but it definitely kind of sucks to get voted off, especially like making it this far and like you're so close to like the final 3 or 2 or whatever. So definitely sucks to get voted off. I kind of wish that like I had like more like the audacity to make a big move and maybe not follow other people so much. Like I definitely like really enjoyed playing this game, and I hope to stay friends with everyone here. And like there's no hard feelings to anyone. Like I wish everyone the best, and I mean like I think I'm the real winner because I just won a regional championship. So bye, Survivor.
Next time on Survivor, it's Final 6 and everyone is focused on their end game.
I think our best bet is Tim and Dale Aram. Like I don't think there's anything that Dane and Angie. I think they should be the next 2 to go, honestly.
We kind of wanted to make Doug play an idol, but get out Santi.
No, that's what I'm trying to do too.
We could do the move we've been planning. Santi? Yeah.
And then we can say that we actually did something, right? Thank you.
Yeah.